Hello, and welcome to the deep end of the beautiful game. For decades, football was judged by the eye, by instinct, and by a coach's gut feeling. But today, the game is being redefined, not by a legendary player or a new formation, but by something far more subtle: data and analytics. If you watch modern football, you've seen the changes. Fullbacks are attackers, playmakers are deep-lying, and the simple pass is king. These aren't random shifts. They are the logical, calculated outcomes of forensic analytical study. The data scientists have arrived, and they are tearing up the old tactical blueprints. Today, we're going to explore the core metrics and concepts that are fundamentally reshaping modern football tactics. We will look at why simple possession is dead, how XG rules the final third, and why defensive pressing has become a statistical necessity. This is Football Analytics, why modern tactics are changing. The single most influential statistic in modern football is expected goals, or XG. This metric fundamentally changed how we evaluate attacks. Previously, a shot was just a shot. Now, XG assigns a value to every shot based on its likelihood of becoming a goal. Factors include distance from goal, angle, type of assist, and keeper presence. The tactical consequence is profound. Coaches stopped chasing raw possession percentage and started prioritizing shot quality. A team can have 70% possession and create 5 shots with a total XG of 0.5. Another team can have 40% possession and create 3 shots with a total XG of 1.5. Analytics proves the second team had the superior attack. This is why we see teams patiently circulating the ball outside the box, not just for possession, but to manipulate the defense and create chances that maximize the XG value. Specifically, cutbacks, low crosses, and shots from the high-probability zone inside the 6-yard box. If possession is no longer the ultimate goal, what is? Winning the ball back immediately in dangerous areas. This brings us to pressing and the metric used to measure its intensity, PPDA, or passes per defensive action. PPDA measures how many passes an opponent completes before your team makes a defensive action, like a tackle, interception, or foul, in the opponent's attacking 2/3 of the pitch. A low PPDA means a team is pressing intensely and aggressively. Tactical change. Modern teams now see the loss of possession not as a crisis, but as a pressing trigger. Why? Because analytics shows that the most chaotic and vulnerable moment for the opposition is the transition period, the 5 to 8 seconds immediately after they win the ball. They are often spatially disorganized, and the ball carrier's head is down. By high pressing immediately, counter-pressing, or gegenpressing, teams create high XG opportunities by winning the ball close to the opponent's goal against a scattered defense. The goal is to move the ball from your defensive third to the attacking third efficiently. Analytics quantifies this efficiency using progressive passes and progressive carrying distance. These metrics measure passes or carries that move the ball significantly closer to the opponent's goal. This shift has created new roles. The deep-lying playmaker. The quarterback players like Rodri or Toni Kroos are valued not just for volume of passes, but for their ability to execute progressive passes that cut through the opposition's lines, often starting attacks from defense. The attacking fullback. Fullbacks have become primary progressive carriers. Their wide position allows them to carry the ball forward, bypassing midfield congestion and often achieving the highest progressive carrying distance on the team. The data confirms that simply passing sideways is useless. Every pass must have the intent to progress the ball into a higher value area of the pitch. Analytics has meticulously mapped the pitch to determine which areas yield the highest success rates for creating chances. This has led to the obsession with the half spaces. The half spaces are the 2 vertical channels that run parallel to the goal, located between the central corridor and the wings. Data shows that attacks launched from the half spaces are significantly more likely to result in a high XG shot than attacks from the wings or the central corridor. Tactical change. Modern formations, though labeled 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, are fluid. Players constantly rotate to occupy the half spaces. The attacking fullback or an inverted winger will constantly look to receive the ball in this zone, as it provides the best angle for both a progressive pass into the box or a shot. The structure is now designed to control zones, not rigid positions. Analytics goes beyond team metrics. It's used to understand individual player behavior and potential. Coaches now use data to answer specific questions. How often does a player successfully switch the point of attack under pressure? A progressive metric. What is a defender's tackle success rate when isolated in a 1v1 situation? A risk metric. How often does a player score above their expected goals, XG? This identifies true clinical finishers. This contextual data allows for incredibly detailed player selection and coaching. Teams are no longer buying just good players. They are buying specific skill sets that fill statistical deficiencies in their tactical model. They look for players who are statistically reliable in high-pressure moments, ensuring the team structure remains sound under duress. The changes we see in modern football, the aggressive pressing, the positional rotation, the emphasis on verticality and quick transitions, are not accidental. They are the direct result of analytical feedback loops, proving which actions lead to the highest probability of scoring and winning. The beautiful game hasn't lost its soul, but it has certainly gained a mind. Analytics forces teams to be efficient, to value quality over quantity, and to exploit the statistical vulnerabilities of the opponent. The coach who ignores this data is coaching blind. The core message of the analytical revolution is simple. Football is a game of probability, and the modern tactical system is designed to stack those probabilities in your favor. Thank you for exploring the data with me. Until next time, keep analyzing the game.